Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Denise, and to start off, I'd like to ask a question. How many of you have worn school uniform at least once in your life? I guess we can all relate to wearing school uniform at least once in our life, or throughout our whole life, just like myself. I have actually worn uniforms since I was in elementary school all the way till high school, and that's exactly 14 years of my life wearing uniform. I remember growing up, I would look at that uniform with disgust and hatred, and I'd always ask my mom. I would complain to her, telling her, why do I have to wear this uniform? I don't want to wear it. It's so ugly. I would just not want to wear it. And all I did was complain. So I guess we can all agree in the fact that wearing school uniforms was a bit annoying. However, what if I told you that there were many benefits to it? So today I'm proposing that students should be required to wear school uniforms due to several benefits. Let me list the contentions that support the proposition as to why we should support this. 1. Uniforms create a sense of equality among students. 2. They decrease crime and increase student safety. And 3. Students are still able to express their individuality in school uniforms. So beginning with our first argument is that uniforms create a sense of equality among students. When school uniforms are required, all students are expected to dress the same, regardless of their style preferences or socioeconomic status. According to procon.org, the National Association of Secondary School Principals stated that when all students are wearing the same outfit, they are less concerned about how they look and how they fit in with their peers. Uniforms can prevent both envy and dissatisfaction. And there is no ogling of designer dresses or mocking of thrift store rags. Also, according to the same website, a study by the University of Houston found that elementary school girls' language test scores increased by about 3 percentile points after uniforms were introduced, instead of using our children as walking billboards for various brands, creating an atmosphere of haves or have-nots. Uniforms ensure that everyone is dressed the same, creating an environment of equality. So moving on to our second argument is that school uniforms decrease crime and increase student safety. As parents, guardians, or even siblings, we always want to keep their loved ones safe. Crime varies, and we all know that. And it would be very tragic to find out that your child has been either involved in a fight or even assaulted. Reported by the GreyhoundNews.com in 2017 in Long Beach, California. After instituting a district-wide required uniform policy, there has been a great decrease in crime among the community. Reports of assault decreased by 34%, assault with a deadly weapon by 50%, fighting by 51%, offenses by 74%. School uniforms also prevent students from concealing weapons under baggy clothing. They make it easier for students to keep track of students on field trips and make intruders on campus more visible. According to debate.org, Frank Patrone, superintendent in the Lodi district of New Jersey, stated that when you have students dressed alike, you make them safer. If someone were to come into a building, the intruder could be easily seen. Lastly, our final argument is that students are still able to express their individuality in school uniforms. This is an argument that many students may not agree with, since they dislike dress codes. However, they paint a different picture. They argue that forcing students to wear uniforms stops kids' freedom of expression and ability to be creative. But have you realized that that highlights conformity and not individuality? According to ParentMath.com, a peer-reviewed study surveyed 1,350 7th and 8th graders, and 54% said that they were still able to retain their individuality, even if they wore a uniform to school. Uniforms don't stop students from being themselves, nor do they silence the students' voices. Students can wear a variety of expressive items, such as buttons or even jewelry. They can inject their personal style into their daily look with hairstyles, nail polish, and colorful accessories, such as bags, scarves, and fun socks. So to wrap things up, I strongly propose that students should be required to wear school uniforms due to the many benefits that it brings. Uniforms create a sense of equality among students, decrease crime and increase student safety, and most importantly, students are still able to express their individuality. Although it may be difficult to support this idea, we should realize that wearing school uniforms is beneficial. Not only is it beneficial to students, but it's also beneficial to both parents and teachers. Now that I look back at my 14 years of wearing school uniform, I realized that it wasn't actually that bad. Students will express themselves and show who they are no matter what clothing they have on. No one will ever be the same, and students' differences are apparent. And uniforms don't take that away. Thank you.